Hi there again. My name is Joseph, and today I'm going to talk about a painting that I just, I finished here recently. And the name of it is I Am the Breath of Life, a 22 by 28 acrylic on canvas. Of course, we all know where the breath of life comes from. The source, God, if you may. This is the God in his multiple universes, multiple dimensions, and he's reaching beyond the other dimensions, coming out, because he's everywhere, in and out, and he's breathing from his mouth life, and this represents the earth and the moon, and all these little bubbles here are individual pods of life. Like this one here is like a pineal gland with some sperm type of thing, and little entities floating around in it. Another thing, this is like a continuous, like a figure eight, no ends. They have a name for it, but like off my head, I can't think of it. And all these little bubbles coming down are living entities coming down. Manifestations. All sorts of, everything that's alive is being breathed down into it. I guess you might say that the whole universe is alive, really. I mean, if you want to go by some beliefs, we have like Gaia, which is a goddess of the earth. I'm not saying that Gaia is the creator of all things, because she's an earth goddess, basically. I'm not a believer, and I'm not a disbeliever. I'm a very open. I keep my channels tuned to everything that's out there, and I take everything with a grain of salt. I have my own personal beliefs, and my personal beliefs are very much dealing with the I am. And this here is I'm trying to think of what to tell you of what this is. There's just so much going on. And when I started painting, it starts out with a basic concept, and then it develops into it's kind of like creating a monster. It just keeps on growing. And this painting here, I started with the eyes, and it just started, and it grew from the eyes, and at first there was almost too much detail. It was too much like a man, because you could see too much outline, too much. It was too much. And so I started developing it. I started with the eyes, and I started coming out, and all of a sudden I realized I was getting this kind of a portrait look, and that's not what I was looking for. So then I had to turn around and start darkening it up again. And so then I darkened it all up again, and of course it slowly got to be, turned out what it is. And I go through stages when I paint. When I first start painting it, I get all at awe with myself. Think, oh, well, this is really wonderful. Oh, this is really great. And then I get into it, and then I start getting anxious because I want the painting to move on so I can move on to another one. And this painting here took me quite a while. I worked on this. I bet you I worked on that for a period of over 6 months. What kind of a monetary value it have in that? I have no idea. And I didn't work at feverishly 6 months. It was, a dabble here, a little bit there. Some days I worked on it more than others. Sometimes I work on more than one painting at a time, because I'm just looking for some new stimulation, or I'll see something that that turns me on, and I'll go back to a painting because I saw something that, because I walk away because I don't know exactly what I want to do with it, and then all of a sudden, sooner or later I'll see something, and all of a sudden I'll go, wow, I'll do that, you know. And so they some paintings go real quick. The last painting I just finished, I did it in probably a couple of weeks. This here, it took me, a good 6 months, 9 months. I really didn't keep track of exactly how long, but this took me a long time. But I kept on going back to it and kept on messing back to it and trying to encompass a feeling of the vastness. And I mean, it's a very busy painting. You can see all this activity going on here. Well, the universe is a very active, vast. It looks like, you look up there and you see all the stars, and you think, wow. But, the distance between these stars are so humongous, it's staggering to the imagination. And, of course, God is staggering to the imagination. You can't see many pictures of God because nobody's ever taken a picture of God. Nobody knows what God looks like. God could look like he is, like nothing. But he created man in his image, and so if he created man in his image, then he must be, if he was going to manifest him, be a man-like being. And so this is my bigger-than-life, man-like being, and bestowing life on the universe. And of course, I believe that God has a very special thing for the earth. The whole universe is beautiful, but the earth is truly the jewel compared to even other inhabitable possible planets, because we have such a diversity of life here, and that's what this painting is representing, is the showering of life on the pearl of the universe.
Can you tell me about that red planet circle above the hand there?
This here?
Yes.
Well, the painting is well, let's just say painting is 50% composition, 50% story. Of course, if you want to put how many 50% you can put in there, I don't know. But, you're dealing with color, composition, story. I like to tell stories. This here, well, since it's big like the moon and the earth, it could be like Mars or some other close astral body. It's to tell you the truth, it's really composition, because the story's really not there at all. This is just a little frosting, a little dressing on the overall. The true story is right here, going this way. The true story is the creating the gift of life. All this other stuff is just filling. Going, oh, gee whiz, I have to do something with that space, or gee whiz, what am I going to do with this space? And I try to stay away from being too biblical. So I know that this is a cross-like shape, the stars and stuff, but that's just because that's the overall shape. It's not, I continue through, there's still that cross. And all these crosses, well, it has nothing to do with the religion, with God or Christ. It just happens to be, that's the way it looks. That's the way, stars are bursting out.
It's very, very beautiful.
It's, You know,
And I noticed you put stars on the tips of the fingers.
well, that's, you know, God's nerve endings. You know, if God is a being, a man-like entity, that's how he perceived himself, and that's how we're perceived to be in his image. The fingertips have all your fingertips, all your senses, you have nerve endings. And these are all God's nerve endings that are just tinkling away. Just, I guess he's being massively stimulated. He's stimulating the universe. It's expanding himself. No matter how you see this, all of this is truly within ourselves. And I'm going to close up for now. You guys, to stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure that you subscribe to the free YouTube channel by clicking subscription button right under the video. That would be greatly appreciated. And bear with me, I'm just new at this stuff myself, and I'm trying to deal with it. And I'm not I guess I am a talker. So anyway, you take care and have a good day, and bye-bye.